Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Beyond the DJ Booth podcast. I'm Joe Bunn. That right there is Brian B. And today we have
a first,
an actual first, the very first guest, and it would have never been anyone else. The one, the only, straight out of New Jersey, Mike Walter in the building. What's up, Mike?
Thank you so much, gentlemen, for having me on. How are you?
Dude, I couldn't be more excited about this. I mean, I wish you could see the amount of technology and shit that we have been setting up for 2 days to get ready to bring on Mike Walter as the first guest here.
I looked into flights to get down there and do this in person. It just was impractical, especially because I'm going to be in Vegas next week for Wedding MBA.
Yep.
So it just was not going to make sense. But I would have, if I could have, I would have hopped on a plane and been there in person. I love the setup. It looks awesome.
Dude, thanks, man. We got the little set here, and we were able to hook up a little conference camera. And man, anyway, we are going to talk about a lot of stuff today. We're not going to put time constraints on this thing. If it goes longer than our normal 30 minutes, then of course it needs to. For somebody of this stature, somebody that I've learned from, Brian's learned from. It's probably the reason that I started speaking in the first place, which then led to the DJ's Vault, which then led us here. He and I did a podcast, Mike, 5 years, 300 episodes.
We did a podcast.
Dude, it's still out there. If you don't know about the PhDJ podcast, it is still out there. I think there are close to 300 episodes, and it was awesome. We called each other every week, Mike being in New Jersey, me in North Carolina. And so, again, happy to have him as the very first guest today. Tell him what we're talking about, though, Brian. You want to tell him about why Mike is on? I mean, he's on for multiple reasons, but I think we should lead with the book and then move into the other stuff.
I mean, this is news to me. When you told me about it, I was like, I'm looking forward to this, actually.
I want to talk about the title and then just kind of move from there, Mike, because I think this is so interesting. And I just was reading it to Brian, and I even read it, how it reads. So the greatest song ever? It's a question, right? And I think that's so cool. What do you call that, Mike? The title under the title. Subtitle, an in-depth analysis of incredible songs with the ultimate goal of finding the greatest ever.
I think we got to quantify, or I want to hear Mike's explanation of greatest. Like, is there a formula to this, or am I just overthinking it?
There's no formula, Brian. To me, a great song hits you in the feels, whether that's, makes you motivated and makes you feel like you can run through a wall, or leaves you sobbing in tears because it was so sad, or anything. To me, a great song really has to hit you in the feels. And I think I make that point many, many times in this book, how a song can move you if you really listen to it closely and understand the lyrics.
So you had to take off the DJ hat to put this list together, or was that part of the equation at all?
That's a great question, Brian. Obviously, doing this for as long as I do, I understand the reaction that certain songs have to crowds, and that's an important thing as well. But I think some DJs only define music by, will it rock my dance floor or not? We saw that when Taylor Swift just released her latest album. The biggest reaction, the biggest comments I saw from DJ friends of mine was, I don't hear anything that's going to work at my gigs. All right, but that's not the only thing that music can do. I don't know you as well as I know Joe, Brian. I don't know how much you love music outside of just playing at events, but I know Joe and I share that passion for, Joe, you go to plenty of concerts, and those artists aren't artists that you play at your events.
Right.
Because you have an appreciation for music as a whole, and the fact that some is danceable, some isn't. So I to answer the question, I took my DJ hat off a little bit, but I kept it on because great dance songs are also a subdivision of great music, and I appreciate great dance songs as much as the next person.
All right, one more pre-qualifier question. So, sorry, I want to hear how it came together. But so some songs move you in a moment, but then years later, maybe that wanes a bit. It doesn't have the same effect. So is part of the equation if it still moves you, or it just had its moment and now it's gone?
I can only write this book from my perspective as a middle-aged man who's, dealing with looking at 60 next year and the other issues in my life. And one song specifically that I can think of, I talk about that. It hits me differently than it did 30 years ago or 40 years ago when I first heard it, because I'm coming at it from a perspective now of a middle-aged man, as opposed to when I first heard it, I was a kid. So absolutely, songs hit you in different, any art form hits you in a different way depending on where you are in your life.
So to work your way up the list, if it has held on longevity wise, does that help move it up the list of numbers?
Absolutely.
Okay?
I think that's one of the defining factors of great songs. There's a lot of, and they're usually pop songs that you love when you first hear it. And then 5 listens, 10 listens later, you're like, meh, that song's not great. And conversely, I think most great songs don't grab you right away. That it takes a while to kind of bury into your soul. And then you start going, oh, wow, that's a really great song. I get what the artist is trying to do there. It didn't come to you immediately, but it took a while for it to really grasp you.
You mind if I ask another one?
Yeah.
Sorry. I can take it. How many did you put in the book? How many songs is it in?
40.
And they
40,
are ranked
40 songs
in that way, or no, it's just random?
No, I point this out in the book that the first 39, I let Spotify, I put them into a Spotify playlist. I hit random and I put the books and put the songs in that order. And I did that specifically for the first 39 because I thought about doing chronological order. I thought about doing alphabetical order, but I just wanted some random effect. The 40th one I did save for the fact that you put a gun to my head and say, what's the greatest song ever? It would be the 40th song that I write about. I think the first 39 are all great and deserve consideration as the greatest song ever. But if you forced me to decide, it would be the 40th one that I read.
And you got to read the book.
So I saved that one specifically.
And you got to read the book.
You got to read the book.
Damn right you do.
Right.
So does was there any honorable mention ones, or was it easy to come up with this list of top 39?
No, it wasn't. As a matter of fact, I thought about putting this in an addendum, but I just didn't do it. There were over 200 songs that I listened to and considered and researched and really gave some soul searching about. So from over 200, I've narrowed this down to what I consider to be 40 of the greatest songs.
That's amazing.
Go ahead.
Can I participate in the fucking interview? Do you mind if I ask my mentor and the legend a couple of questions? Is that okay?
For it.
Cool. So, Mike, you are an author. Like, you've put out multiple books now, and it's kind of run the gamut, right? I mean, originally you'd made a lot of let's call them video books or instructional things for DJs. The last book, is it On This Day in Music? Am I saying it right?
On This Date in Music.
On This Date. I remember. That's right. Because you couldn't get the URL or something. On This Date in Music, which I used ad nauseum for multiple TikToks over the years. What brought on this concept? Like, how do you parlay from it? And by the way, just for the listeners that aren't familiar with that book, and I'm sure you can go out there and get it still on Amazon, On This Date in Music. It was awesome because every day of the year, 365 days, Mike basically pulled a song and associated it with that date and then told the story behind it. And it still is sitting on my coffee table. No, it's right there. I knew it was somewhere near me. It's right here between us. It sits right here between us. There it is right there. Boom. And here it is right here between us. So it sits here on the table as a reminder of where we came from. But how do you parlay from that book to this book? How does this come about, this concept?
So this latest book, The Greatest Song Ever, is actually inspired by On This Date in Music, because a friend of mine recently online said he loved On This Date in Music, but he said you really didn't offer many opinions about the songs. And I didn't. I mean, it's a very factual book, and this happened on this date, and here's an interesting thing that happened behind the scenes or the writing, whatever. But I didn't offer a lot of, and this song is great because, or this album is worth listening to because. And so I thought, I wonder if there's any value in just in actually offering almost like a music critic, which I can say. It's funny, I call myself that on the back of the book, because there's no true definition of what a music critic is. You don't have to have, it's not like a lawyer that you have to have passed the bar. So I'm gonna use that title for myself. I think I'm a music critic.
You are.
And I think my opinion is of value, and not that everyone's going to agree with it. I'm sure most people are going to read this book and disagree with certain songs that I put in and say, "Oh, I can't believe you didn't put this." But that's part of the fun of any kind of list like this, right? The things you agree with and the things you disagree with. So it was more about taking some of the facts from On This Date in Music, but also offering my opinion about what makes the song so great.
So speaking of, do you factor in or, put in this equation, this Mike Walter formula, melody, rhythm, lyrics, all of the above, or do you focus on one thing? Or even like Brian was saying, like, do people throw ass to it? You know what I mean? Shake their ass to it.
All of the above, but melody and lyrics to me melody and rhythm are extremely important. But if the lyrics don't hit me and hit me hard, and again, it doesn't have to be emotional. It can be that shaking your ass on the dance floor. I mean, there are a number of songs in here that we'll all know as gig songs because they get the dance floor moving. But that isn't the only deciding factor for me about what makes a great song. And to me, the lyrics just have to get me somehow. They have to make me go or wah or yeah, or just some kind of reaction from what the writer wrote. I mean, you also know I released a book of poetry about a year ago. I've made a whopping like $40 off of that. It was amazing. Nobody buys poetry. And I actually talk about that in the foreword of this book, that I've always believed music is a gateway to get people to read poetry or listen to poetry or be moved by poetry, because most people don't read. I happen to read a lot of books of poetry, but most people don't do that. But when you listen to lyrics, it's really like appreciating poetry.
Going back to the mention you made a second ago of gig songs, and to me, sorry, that was my phone falling. You were kind of one of the people that we talked about it on the old podcast where, you're riding around in the car and for whatever reason, let's say you're on a throwback station and Brick House comes on, you're like, oh no, I can't do that one. You know what I mean? Gig songs. How many of the 40 would you put into that category of gig songs? Shit we play.
I would say September is definitely a gig song, right?
100%.
So that's covered in
It's his favorite. It's his opener.
Respect, Aretha Franklin. Would you consider that a gig song?
Yeah, I do. A lot.
Would you consider Usher? Yeah.
100%.
A gig song?
Not at all. No, just kidding. Yeah.
That's 3. I think those are probably the only. I talk about Hypnotize by Biggie. Ooh. So that might be, I don't know if everyone considers that. That to me is one of the greatest rap songs. I just love everything about that song. And I delve into the lyrics of that and I delve into the legacy of that. So yeah, probably 4, maybe 5.
I love it.
Did you find yourself sticking with one genre primarily, or it kept coming reoccurring? Like there's actually a singer-songwriter genre. I'm surprised that wouldn't dominate because the lyrical content is usually so,
poignant.
Yes, that's the word.
Thank you.
Great word.
I did my best, Brian, just like On This Date in Music, I did my best to spread the love throughout different eras. The oldest song in this book goes back to the 1930s. The most recent is just 2 years ago. So I tried to spread the love through different timelines but also genres. There's country song, hip hop, rock, folk, singer-songwriter. I tried to cover as many genres as possible. Because I do think great music comes from every genre.
100%.
Follow up. Did one artist seem to dominate?
No, only one per artist. And listen, everyone knows me as a Prince fan.
Yeah.
Of course, there's a Prince song in here, but only one. Probably the only artist that you could say is represented twice. I have a Beatles song and also a solo John Lennon song. So that you might say I gave a little bit of I overweighed the Beatles a little bit, but I think if any band deserves to be overweight in a book like this, it's the Beatles.
So talk about avoiding like the cliches, or how do you avoid the Stairway to Heaven or Bohemian Rhapsody? Or maybe you didn't. I don't know. Maybe they're in there.
I did. They're
had
not.
A chance to glance at it.
But here's my thing, Joe.
Okay.
First of all, I think that those songs have been given enough flowers through the years, written about, admired, adulated, everything else. But I also, I don't think Stairway to Heaven is a great song. I know that might be sacrilege, but I think it's a very good song. I don't think it's a great song. I think it's a little over the top. I think it's a little self-indulgent. And I just don't, I think Led Zeppelin has 4 or 5 better songs than Stairway to Heaven, in my opinion. I feel the same way about Bohemian Rhapsody. I think Bohemian Rhapsody is a great song. But in my opinion, it's not even the best Queen song. And I just think it suffers a little bit from over exposure, if you will.
I mean, I couldn't agree more. As somebody that really likes both of those bands and listens to songs even to this day and all through high school, stuff that came out way before my time. I don't know, not way before my time, but before my time, I would still pick 3-4 songs from Zeppelin or Queen before I would pick either one of those. But yes, they have been written to death, played to death, talked about to death. I mean, movies made about the songs, literally.
So back in the day, there used to be a rock station in New York. I forget which one it was, maybe WNEW. And on, I think it was July 4th, they would do like a top 500 countdown of the rock songs. And you could, I love that. I loved listening to it. We would have barbecues and we'd have it on all day long. Once you got to the top 10, you could turn it off because you knew it was going to be some semblance of order of Baba O'Reilly and Stairway to Heaven. And you pretty much knew. And again, not that those songs don't deserve to be in that placement, but maybe it's just overexposure to me. I just don't think it wasn't hard for me to eliminate some of those cliche songs because they wouldn't have made my list, even if I'd never heard them before.
So let me grab one more. Or do you? What's yours? Let me hear yours because mine is more of a closer leading into the next segment.
So was mine.
Okay, go ahead. I think it's the same as
it's
mine.
A 2-parter, actually.
Okay, go ahead.
2-parter.
If yours doesn't close it, then I'll close it.
Well, with the music that's out today, I mean, obviously, I feel just my own personal opinion that great songwriting is starting to suffer. Do you carry that same take in the sense that music today, like the emphasis on great songwriting isn't there? And on the flip side, are there any artists that are out there currently that you think could make a list like this come 10 years from now?
Damn, that's good.
So
Brian.
I disagree with the first thing. The thing is that great songwriters are not represented on the pop charts anymore. We don't, I mean, there's not even a rock band, I think, in most times when you look at the top 40 or whatever, you're not even seeing any rock music or singer songwriters or things like that. So I think they're still out there, but I just don't think they're represented well as far as the pop charts go. I mean, you guys have heard me talk about this young artist, Jake Wesley Rogers. I think he's a great example. I just saw him over the summer perform live. He actually toured. He opened up for Cyndi Lauper on her last tour. The kid is an incredible artist, incredible lyricist. He's kind of a modern day Elton John because he's very flashy and showy and plays piano. And I mean, he's another one that he released an album earlier in the year. It's my favorite album of the year. I've been listening to it nonstop, but it didn't make a blip on the pop chart. So I think you just have to look for those. There are still, if I wrote a book like this 25 years from now, would any of today's artists get in? Yeah. I mean, there's a Lana Del Rey song in here. That's the most recent song is a Lana Del Rey song. She's an incredible lyricist, incredible artist. So those artists are still out there. You just got to look a little harder for them.
So, Mike, what can people hope to learn, if they buy this, and they are going to buy it, but what's the end, what's the end goal for them as a reader to pick this book up?
I hope what they come away with it is a deeper appreciation for songs that they might have heard their whole lives. A lot of the songs in here are going to be there's maybe 3 or 4 that people might go, oh, wow, I'm not even familiar with that song, or I barely know that song. But most of the songs in here are going to be songs that you go, wow, I've heard that song hundreds of times throughout my life, but I never noticed that pun or that lyrical twist or that guitar solo or that the way the drum drops out there that emphasizes this lyric, that type of thing. That's the type of analysis I give to each one of these songs. And hopefully it's going to give the reader a deeper appreciation for what I consider to be some great songs.
Dude, I can't wait. I know I've got the PDF. I haven't had a chance to read it. I'm obviously going to buy the hard copy.
As soon as I will send you both copies. I wish I had them today so you could hold them up and show everybody. But you're both going to get copies in the mail as soon as I get the print.
No, we'll make a little video reel or whatever. So this comes out the day before Thanksgiving.
This episode does. Yes.
Yep, this episode that we're recording now. When does the book come out? How did they get it? Like, talk about all that good stuff before we move into the rest.
It will be released on that Monday. So by the time you launch this, happy Thanksgiving, everybody, by the way, if that's going to be tomorrow.
Yeah.
It will be available. You can get it on Amazon, and it'll be the same price on Amazon as it will on my website. The difference is on my website, I can sign it for you. So if you want to go to djmikewalter.com, you can buy the book there, and I will send you a autographed, signed, and personalized if you want me to personalize it to you as well. And the good part about something like that is then if I die, it shoots up in value.
Huge value.
You have a non-signed copy, it's not worth anything.
Garbage.
But,
sign.
Anyway.
DJMikeWalter.com.
So get it signed.
Yes, get it signed.
Right.
All right, let's talk about some DJ shit, man. You can't. We're not bringing Mike on here and just talk about books. We're talking.
By the way,
music.
you guys welcomed me, and you didn't give me an opportunity. I love this podcast. I've loved it since you launched it. I've always wanted to say this: long-time listener, first-time caller. I love it, and I love the fact that you don't just talk about DJ stuff. Very recently, Kelly said to me, my wife Kelly said, have you heard about the Starbucks challenge? And I'm like, yeah, I saw Joe and Brian do that with the cups that you were doing. Remember you guys did the episode where you heard a medium was the same as a large or grande. And I was like, yeah, Joe and Brian talked about that. So tip of the cap, Joe.
Awesome.
I appreciate where you took your podcasting skills to an even higher level.
Dude, I appreciate it. We wouldn't be here without the years that you and I put behind the camera and behind the mic as well. So
they were good training years, weren't they?
I think we taught a lot of people. I know people just still stop me all the time. Man, I love the PhDJ podcast.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
You want to talk about music?
You want to do that?
Hell yeah.
Absolutely.
That's what I want to talk about.
Absolutely.
So you came up with this topic, Mike. You want to walk it in?
Yeah.
So normally this time of year, Joe and I would talk about our favorite songs of the year or the best gig songs of the year. So I thought if you're going to have me on and you want to delve into that topic, I can be prepared and discuss it.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
So we basically, it looked like we all picked songs from 2025.
Okay.
So that's kind of how none of them were at least it didn't seem like. I didn't go into depth to look exactly when they got released.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. I'm pretty sure the songs I sent you. Although I do want to give an honorable mention.
Yes, I saw that.
Pink Pony Club came out in 2024, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or 3 maybe.
I think it was
really that far back. Anyway, to me, as far as new music goes, newer music, Pink Pony Club has been the best song of the year for me. It just rocks my dance floor, not rocks it in a high energy kind of way, but just people, they don't even sing along to that song. They scream along to it.
Yeah.
And 2023. It's a great tension release. Very similar back in the day to I Will Survive.
Mm-hmm.
But so I know I didn't include that on my list, and I know it's not a 2025 song, but as far as newer music goes, Pink Pony Club deserves some mention.
But just real quick before we move into the other ones, Mike, do you start it from do you play the album version and start it from kind of the ballad part? No, no, no.
Yep.
No, no. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So just hard come out of something and then boom, slam that in.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
What about you,
And as
Brian?
soon as they recognize the melody, they launch into singing along, and it's just an amazing moment.
It really depends on what part of the night I'm playing it.
Mm-hmm.
But usually I'm going into a mix point of the pre-chorus, not the chorus.
Yeah, me too. I think that's the one I have.
Where it goes, dun, 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 dun.
Yeah.
not the pink.
Right.
You kind of need that lead.
It needs
in.
something, right?
Yeah.
I think that's what mine
You need
does.
that build up to.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, just curious. Okay. What other songs? What else?
Well, let's start. So the way we designed it was we got a little bit of a sample of each of these.
Okay.
And Mike, your first one I have, round one was from Lady Gaga. I'll let you kind of talk about it, and then we can play a sample.
Yeah, I thought Abracadabra was a great song when it came out. I played it a number of times when it first came out. I don't think I've been rocking it the last month or so. I think it's kind of fallen off. But as far as how many, as far as new songs and how many times that I play it this year, the Gaga song Abracadabra is definitely up there.
So if you're not familiar with it, let's hit it, Saquon.
Brian B, did you play it?
Never.
A couple of times for me. It never really took off. Never took off for me.
That's the interesting part too. That definitely has a Jersey like.
So Brian, you never played it?
I never played it once. I had it.
Wow.
I never got requested for it. I never felt I could fit it in really.
Yeah.
But this is why I love these discussions, because this is one that now I will try and just see if it has any legs still left.
I think you may be late to the party.
Well,
like Mike
I think
said.
you might. Yeah, I think you might be late because, like I said, it's already kind of fallen out of my playlist.
Rotation.
It worked a few times over the summer, and
she promoted it big, and there was a video and blah blah blah.
Your first pick,
my first pick was
Bruno.
Oh yeah, APT.
You still rocking it?
No.
It's falling off.
It just fell off for me.
Yeah.
I liked it because it was super fast and it could go with other
150, or is it even higher?
It was something like that, like a Footloose. It sounds like Footloose kind of, or even Brightside or something like that. Shout. I don't know.
We got a little bit of a sample.
Yeah.
Oh, I hope it.
Or Mickey. It sounds like Mickey.
I think we may have put in the wrong. This might not be the long one. Yeah, it even has that in there.
It does have Mickey in it.
Yeah,
it's a different.
All right, sorry, I gave you the wrong sample. It's all good.
We get it.
We can stop it.
I was about to say it sounds like Mickey.
Yeah, sorry, I thought we cut it, but I guess we didn't.
No worries.
So you're not playing it, or are you still playing it?
I haven't played it in a while.
What about you,
But
Mike?
it did well.
I haven't played it in a while either.
Yeah.
I don't remember the last time. It hit big for a while.
Yeah.
I don't remember the last time
It
I
did.
played.
All right. So mine first pick out of this is actually the latest banger for me that's crushing my floors right now. It's Man I Need, the Olivia Dean.
Yeah, I do like this song.
And I had a version, and this was going to be an honorable mention too, but because it came out in November of 24, Messy, if you're familiar with that track, the Gracie Adams.
Yep.
So I always am looking for ways to get like 2 or 3 times the pop out of a song. In other words, like reactions. So I had this blend of That's So, what's that called? That's So True over the Timberland song. And then they came out with this version of Man I Need with that as well over it.
Okay.
So I only hit the choruses of Man I Need into That's So True. And
Live or you made an edit?
I made an edit of it. So they and it's just the choruses. I'm going to play it here in a second so you'll hear both. But the beauty is like it gives me 3 times the pop. I get the Timberland, I get the Man I Need, and this other one all within a minute.
And individually, you would not have played those songs as they stood.
No, I would. I've done them before. Okay. This is just one way of playing it in peak hour.
Yeah, but just like sometimes I feel like I just burn 3 songs in one.
I do that to myself all the time.
Right.
I don't mind.
And then I got a 3-hour dance set. I'm like, fuck, I just burned 3 songs in one.
I don't mind.
Because you're that good.
No, I don't say it like that. So, go ahead. And I like the fact that it's like around 115 beats per minute because you can go anywhere, for getting in or getting out. Here we go. Got this.
Oh, damn.
But I'm just going to play like a little bit of that pre-verse into the hook. and I'm out. So you'll hear it here in a second. So you get one more pop of the chorus.
Perfectly in key.
Critical.
I like it, man. Send it to me. Send it to Mike too.
I will. I think it fades out here. I want to show you how it ends though, because how you can mix out. I'm out.
Oh, right.
See, like, so that literally is like a minute and 20 seconds. But those
I like
songs are easy to get in and out of. Anyway, that's
good shit. Good shit.
And
Good
Brian,
shit.
you mentioned that BPM 115 in that range is so important to me because
Critical.
I need songs in the 1-teens
Yes.
to climb from my hip hop up to my 120s. And there's not a lot of great songs in that
Right.
range, or I don't know them. So yeah, I mean, I still use Sexy Back sometimes, not because I
too.
think it's going to work, but because that's a climb song. Like I can slow it down to 110 and then bring it up to 124 and it still works. So yeah, that BPM range is important.
round 2.
Okay.
We all had the same pick, but I like this because we all have different versions.
Oh.
So you put this on your banger list that's in the Patreon, the hooks and drops only of what I would consider the song of the summer, in my opinion, the No Broke Boys.
Yep.
And why do you play? I saw that was on your banger list that you had the hooks and drops. Just you don't think the verse works. I don't either, but I'm just curious why. Did you play it that way on purpose for some
I've
reason?
always been playing it that way.
Okay.
Yeah. I just didn't feel like the verse was necessary.
And you always play clean?
I always play clean. What does the unclean say? Unclean.
It has ass in there and a couple other
I'm a
things,
clean
I
guy.
think.
I'm a clean guy.
And then Mike, you had the Ultimix version, which maybe we should play a little bit of. Yeah, go ahead.
I usually do verse, chorus, then get out. So I do that opening verse and then the chorus and then get out.
And then the version I usually play, but I've already shared it on this podcast, is that one with Glamorous.
Yeah.
But the other one I played recently was with Sweet Nothing, which is the Calvin Harris track. I've been doing a lot of like after parties. And again, this is just another way of getting 2 pops out of a song because you're kind of hitting people who want that more progressive feel, but it's not like a remix necessarily.
And the after party vibe seems, you need that almost like peak big room EDM kind of feeling to keep the energy from 11 to 1 or whatever it is.
And Sweet Nothing's good on its own. So usually I go from this right into it. You want to play a little sample of that one? Yeah. Just because I don't think they've heard this version. You know that song, Sweet Nothing?
No broke boys, no new friends. I'm that pressure, give me my tens. Ain't no lie, ain't no shade. Fuck on me, then you know he paid. Looks so good, makes no sense. Badass bitch with my badass friends.
See where it has that? This is the Journey version.
Fuck on me, then you know he paid. No broke boys, no new friends. I'm that pressure, give me my tens. Ain't no lie, ain't no shade. Fuck on me, then you know he paid. Looks so good, makes no sense. Badass bitch with my badass friends. No broke boys, ain't no shade. Fuck on me, then you know he paid.
Then you're out.
Yeah.
You did something else.
Oh, wow. That quick.
You could obviously I played a lot longer than that, but I'm just saying like after a chorus of that hit.
Yeah.
But those 2 work really well.
Is the only thing that makes it a dirty version the word ass?
No, I think there's.
I think she said bitch. Something,
there's a couple other ones.
Something nasty bitch. Something ass. I don't know.
Yeah.
Even bitch. I mean, to me, the F word and the N word, like that's the only thing left that's really. I mean, I hear them say shit on like
FM?
like regular cable TV.
Oh, I know. Yeah.
Yeah.
I almost fell out one time I heard that.
All right, round 3. We got another guy from across the pond. This is Mike's pick, Alex Warren.
Okay.
Go for it, Mike. You want to talk about it?
Yeah. I like the non-remix of Ordinary. I think is a great song. I think I had it as a wedding song earlier in the year.
That's what I told him.
But I also I love Ultimix made a remix of it that just really punches up that chorus and makes it danceable. I've used this a handful of times and kind of snuck it in on a crowd. Again, verse, chorus, one chorus and out. But this has worked for me.
Can you play it?
Oh my love. I take one look at you, you take me out of the ordinary.
Kind of housey.
I want you laying me down to the bed and buried on the edge of your knife, staying drunk on the vibe. The angels up in the clouds, my jealous moments without. So this a while, from the ordinary.
Yeah. I like that.
Yeah, moves.
Feeling it. Okay.
So my third pick was also Ordinary.
Okay. What
but-
version? I can't wait to hear what version you're playing.
Well, again, I'm playing a lot of after parties lately.
Yeah.
So this is kind of like a late night one. But another way I like to sometimes bring these songs in is to, if they've picked this for their first dance or for a ceremony, to play it again.
Yeah.
Like later in the dance set where they don't expect it. And so this is with, this is my own edit of this. This is with If I Lose Myself, Alesso and One Republic.
Yeah.
One of my favorite songs of all time. So let's hit it.
You made this?
On the edge of your life, staying drunk and revive. The angels up in the clouds are jealous knowing we found something so out from the ordinary. You got me kissing the ground.
Late night, they're all singing it. Like,
Try to be what you thought.
but then I go into the original, so you'll hear it.
The angels up in the clouds are jealous knowing we found.
So you gotta get a double pop again, right?
Jesus. I just kind of got chills. That hits.
It does.
Send me that.
It works all the time.
Send Mike that too.
Will. That's good.
All right, that's good. Saquon. Thank you, sir.
So your third one, Mike, or I'm sorry, Joe.
Round 3. Joe.
Bottom.
Oh, yeah, Espresso. It's probably last year as well, though.
I don't know when it came out. I think it did come out this year.
I think it's last year.
Wasn't on the same album.
No, it's not on the newest record.
Okay,
I think it's last year or the year before even. I just like this song. I like her. I think people like her. It's a big pop song. I think I play Chartbusters or something that just has basically a, 16 bar intro type thing and let it ride. Again, same as Mike, verse, chorus, maybe a little more if they're really feeling it, but it's kind of, it's not the most energetic song, I guess.
When do you play it? Do you play it like?
It would be, let's say, first 15 songs.
Interesting.
You know what I mean? So that people are not thinking like, this guy's some old fuddy-duddy 2024, you say?
Yeah.
So maybe I'm in September, or maybe I do play Boogie Shoes or something, and then maybe I would sneak it in somewhere in there.
But it's like 105.
Yeah, but I can make it work. With like a Respect or something, like a redrum of Respect or something.
I've talked a lot about Doors Open and how important I consider that segment of the
critical.
With the original version, not a remix or anything else, but I'll drop Espresso there because I don't think it's good enough to dance to, but it's got a great beat and a catchy chorus and everything else. So I've used Espresso probably more in my Doors Open than in my dance segments.
And then SNL, that blew it up.
Oh, when she was on there?
Well, she did a whole segment where like she talks about her boyfriend who like, do you remember that, Mike? Do you watch it enough to see that?
I do.
So that had a huge pop on TikTok and like just everybody was asking for it at one point.
I will say this, and it really comes from both of y'all. Genuinely, I'm not just sitting there blowing smoke, but the Doors Open movement, if you will, or the importance, I would say I overlooked, and still maybe sometimes overlooked forever, just because I'm trying to get the names together. I know I need to go out in the hall and probably line up people. Like, I've overlooked that song, but like the more that I've actually played it and played it well, and listen to you on here and listen to Mike and watch his videos about Doors Open, that whole behind the scenes, what was it? A Wedding Day with Mike Walter, the series. Yep. What was that, Mike?
Yeah. It was A Wedding with Mike Walter.
That's
also
right.
Available at DJMikeWalter.com.
Genius. Right in there.
So good.
I really kind of overlooked that for the majority of my career. And I think it is absolutely imperative. And I started thinking about it more like as a guest. Like if I'm a guest and I walk in this room right now, and we haven't been allowed in this ballroom, C or whatever.
Right.
And the DJ's standing up there and he's got a smile on his face and he's bopping his head and he's playing Espresso or whatever, something good. I'm going to be like, okay, this guy came to fucking play.
Yeah.
Like he's going to get down tonight. If he's doing this when the doors open, like what is he going to do at, 10 o'clock?
Yeah.
Anyway, thank you guys for that.
And Joe, when you say as a guest, we had that experience. Joe and I were both guests at Jason Janai's wedding. What was that, 2 years ago?
I was there too.
I remember when those doors opened from Cocktail Hour, we walked into, it was a full on party already.
Yeah.
And,
Yep.
I've always had that philosophy. Whether people are on the dance floor or not, it doesn't matter. I want them just feeling it. I want them into it, so that when I do open the dance floor, it's not like this is the first upbeat song they're hearing all night.
Right.
Sidebar: JSG killed that party. By the way,
He did kill that. Jeff killed
Absolutely.
that.
And Marcello as the
same.
MC was incredible.
Smashed it.
And
great
right,
party.
Brian, I'm sorry. I forgot you were there as well. So we all had that chance
Yeah,
to
we did.
experience. He was incredible.
Yeah. I hadn't ever heard him play a wedding before, obviously.
Killed.
And it was so great to see somebody that I've heard so much about.
Yeah.
All right, we're almost done with this. What do we got here? Round 4, you're starting us off.
I am. Oh yeah, Taylor, The Fate of Ophelia. Mike, are you playing that or anything from the new
Not
Taylor
yet.
record?
I haven't played anything off the new Taylor.
Okay.
I haven't gotten any requests yet, and I haven't gotten my hands on any great remixes. So, what remix of that are you playing?
I think it's just like an intro clean. It must be Chartbusters or something like that. There was nobody messed with it. You know what I mean? It was a good pop
Have you
song.
been asked for that, or are you just trying to introduce that to your crowds?
Some of both.
Same.
A little bit of it's on the list, and then sometimes I'm just like, I feel like I can sell this today. You know what I mean?
Right.
But quick, in and out of there.
So I picked the same song,
Okay.
but I had actually mixed this live with Last Friday Night, and it went so well that I put it over it. Like I made my own edit of it.
You just did that live. Just decided to drop the
I
stems
just
out.
went in from that song into Last Friday Night, and it just worked. I was like, oh my God, this actually could be like an actual edit. So you want to hit it real quick? This is what it sounds like. And I go into Last Friday Night too, so you can hear how it switches. This is where I was mixing out, some of the chorus.
Yeah.
And that's the perfect place to go with it.
100%.
Not the verse, because it would have been weird, but just having, again, I'm always trying to find, like, is there a way I can get 2 pops out of this track, not just one,
Boy's good, Mike. That boy's good.
He is.
That boy is good.
Well, Mike, you had another one on here. Let me see which one I put in that
I had
round.
Mystical Magical.
Yeah, I love this song. It's one of
Going back to
favorites.
my answer earlier, Benson Boone is one of those artists. I mean, he is a pop artist too, but you listen to his lyrics. He is an incredible writer, incredible artist, incredible performer. I mean, the guy jumping all over the stage, everything else. And Mystical Magical just has one of those hooks for a chorus that just, it works.
You
And
want
it
to hit it?
has been working on the dance floor?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Let's hit it. He's got such a good voice.
He's sick. I like that kid.
Yeah.
I mean,
and
he's-
again, verse chorus out on that, but it's been working for me.
He reminds me of like this generation's Adam Levine.
Yeah, or somebody like that.
Like, I think he's got that kind of sting.
Or like this generation's Freddie Mercury, even. I mean, like,
his theatrics.
The jumpsuits and the stage show. Like,
Yeah.
what was the one that Mike threw in that neither of us had played, and you were like, this seems very Jersey.
It's coming. It's coming next.
Okay,
It's coming soon.
Yeah, I want to hear that.
So round 5.
Where am I? What am I on? We're on 5.
On number 5, you can look at it. I have the song. I don't know if you guys have heard it. It's actually a kind of a retake of Belle Biv DeVoe's Poison, but the song's called Toxic, and it's by Chris Lake. And so I love it because of the fact that I can start it cold with those drum hits and get from whatever I need to anywhere else. But whereas Poison's like, I think 112 or somewhere in that BPM range. This is 124. And then I added a little rap thing to it so you can kind of hear how it is. So check it out.
Did.
If I were you, I'd take them.
The bass line is always nasty.
Filthy.
And people kind of,
Just a little more. Throw your waist in the down. Tell your body you take. Walk it hard and long. When you finish that,
right here.
I wanna go downtown.
Baby, won't you come my way?
Eddie Wop?
Yeah, so you can kind of go in and out.
Want to say, can I keep you off my back?
And I felt like it needed it because that middle section where there's the turn is you could lose people, especially the older folks, you know, but that melody of Fetty Wap is good enough.
You
to
just
kind of like,
what made you pick that particular?
it just tended to work. It just worked. You know, I tried a couple different ones,
Is
but
that
that was the one I made.
Is that another one you made, Brian?
Yeah.
Jeez.
Ah, damn. This guy's talented.
It's talented. Isn't it so freeing, Mike, to be able to curse on here? Remember, because we used to host with John Young, and we felt like John didn't want us cursing on Disc Jockey News.
Right.
I feel very free on this show.
So you had another Taylor track,
I
Joe?
did. So mine would have gone either the Fate of Ophelia or Opalite. And again, pretty much the intro clean version. Nothing special.
It has that hot to go energy.
It does.
In the sense of like sing along.
I mean, Randy sent me a video the day after the record came out.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it was on the list. He didn't just like, I'm going to pull Opalite off this album that's been out for 24 hours. And the video is literally the people are singing Opalite. Da, 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 da. I mean, singing along like as if it had been out for a year. So it's got
when I first heard the album,
potential.
that's the song that I thought would
standout.
be big.
Yeah.
I thought Opalite, as far as gig usage,
agreed.
I thought Opalite would be the big one.
I think it still is. I think it's got potential. It could be an early 2026.
And then Mike, you had some Sabrina Carpenter.
Yeah, I had her new one, Man-Child. I think the hook on this is pretty good. I've only played it once, I think, but I think this one has a chance to be kind of big for me.
And you're playing this Ultimix version, right?
Yeah.
So you want to hit this one, Saquon? I'm curious because I can't remember how it goes, if there's much of a difference. So they stay pretty true to the original.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah. I'll be honest with you, Brian. That's one of the things I like about Ultimix. They punch up the beat a little bit,
right?
Give you nice intros, but they really stay true to the original.
Well, that's what I was telling Brian earlier. He was like, Mike plays a lot of Ultimix. I was like, yeah, but you're thinking about Ultimix from back in the 90s when they used to do all that hype edit stuff. Remember at the beginning?
That stuff.
I did too.
Yep.
I was like, Mike doesn't play that shit, bro.
No, well, they've changed.
I'm the only one.
Yeah.
I'm the only one that needs to hype my crowds. I don't need anything. Good.
Well, let's end with the last round here. You had this song. To me, when you picked this, I have had it on a request list once.
I have not.
And it just, to me, this is like quintessential Jersey to me. It has that sound of like, you'd hear this.
Really, Brian? I just think it's such a great sing along to it. And I've played it I've played it twice by request, but I've also worked it in. And it's got, people know the chorus. They sing along to it. I just think it's got a great.
So you sold it even though it wasn't on the list? A couple of times?
Yeah.
Okay.
And actually, when I say that, I'm not being disparaging here. I actually really like the song. Cool. It's a great track. I could hear this in a Jersey like bar somewhere.
What's
feel like.
name of the song and artist?
It's called Sally When the Wine Runs Out by Role Model.
Right. Go for it.
Sally, I buy a couple around.
We did play this once.
Don't let me think
it was on the list.
Yeah, it's a good one.
Then disappear when the wine runs out.
But you're playing this during dinner, or are you also playing this during dancing?
No, I've worked it into dance sets.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. That's cool.
Brian, you want to work on an edit for us?
I don't know. I wouldn't want to mess with that one. That one's like too good.
All right. Actually. Can I parlay into the last segment?
Well, you got one more song.
I do. Can I see it?
Yeah, it was. You said you've been getting a lot of requests for Reload.
I have. Remember, there was a song. Is it Axwell and Ingrosso?
Yeah, Sebastian.
This thing is like 10 years old now. And for whatever reason, we've played it like 3 times this year.
Hit it. I'm just curious. This is the original edit. You're playing like This is very Jersey too. Jersey Club.
Look, CO2 cannon right here.
Yeah.
Anyway, I don't know why it's come back. It's great for CO2 blast though. Reload.
So my honorable mention, this song was 2024, I believe, when it came out. And I wasn't going to put it on the list, but it is crushing my floor. Almost song of the night, almost every time. It's the song Stargazing by Miles Smith. Mm-hmm. But this is with Levels. This is with, this is the Daft Boys. This is Drew and Fuse. They put this edit together. Actually, this is Fuse's personal edit. And it's really good. It's just hooks and drops.
Okay.
I mean, always works. All the gents are out there just like, oh, hell yeah. And then when the beat kicks in, he's got a great build up with this drum fill. The drum build here. but never goes into the verse because the verses are kind of like low energy.
Yeah.
So here comes the build.
Shit. Yeah.
I mean,
Send me this.
you
Send
don't
to
even
Mike,
need
too.
it. The verse on those, that song is crushing for me. Peak hour.
Dude, this was super fun. Mike, I do know, let's switch topics to the closer of this podcast. And I need more clarity on your future plans in business and not necessarily life, because you have a lot of life to live and you're a traveler and Kelly's freaking awesome. And I don't need to know about your life. I need to know about business, because I was at the front row or on the front row in Atlantic City at your last seminar. And I felt like at the closing, there were hints of pseudo retirement / end of speaking / selling elite entertainment. And I need clarity for my own personal safety and sanity, and just want to know what's going on, man. And do I need to be happy? Am I sad? I need to know how to feel. I'm not a very feely person.
Jeez, where are you going with this?
It's just, there's a lot to unpack, and I just need to hear it.
Let's get you some therapy, bro.
I need to know where we're going with this, Mike.
Well, as far as the happiness equation, I'm happy.
Okay, I'm
so
happy
I
then.
hope you're happy.
I'm
for
happy,
me.
yes.
This is, yeah. Dominic, everyone,
Yes.
for listeners who don't know, Dominic has been my right-hand
Love
man
that kid.
forever. He's your Randy.
Yes.
He and I have discussed very seriously about him purchasing Elite Entertainment. The timeline looks like it's going to line up to right around this time next year. We're going to be closing the deal out.
Okay.
And then at that point, I will semi-retire. I certainly don't plan on retiring.
Okay.
But, I will continue to DJ, which if I stay in New Jersey, I will always DJ for Elite Entertainment. But, Kelly and I are not married to New Jersey. We might consider moving to a different part of the country.
Raleigh's got some property from
Hell yeah, it does.
Listen, I've visited Raleigh a number of times. I love Raleigh.
Yes, he does. He does.
I might be submitting applications for both of you.
Right. Then we put then we get one of those triangle shaped tables, and then it's just the three of us. We're live.
I'd love it.
Shit.
As far as speaking goes, I don't know if I'm done speaking, but I know this. I never want to be the type of guy of speaker who you pretty much know what he's going to talk about every single time, because you've heard him a number of times and all he does is regurgitate the same shit. So I'm fresh out of ideas. This last seminar that I came up with, Last Dance, was pretty much me emptying my head out of everything that I can think of. If I get another inspiration and come up with another topic for a seminar, then by all means, I'll speak on one someday. But until that happens, this seminar, which I'm going to be doing at next year and also at Marquee, will probably be the last seminar that I do for the industry.
All right. I got a follow-up question.
Wait, hold on. Did I get everything out? Yeah. Okay. I feel better. I'm happy for you.
Good.
Yes. Okay.
Thank you.
So
Thank you
what-
for your concern.
I know. It was more. It wasn't concern for you. It was just more for me. And what am I going to do? Like now I need to follow Mike's lead. Like, how many more years behind am I? Like, I just.
You don't have to follow anything, Joe.
That's
I'm just,
true.
I looked at my life a number of years ago and I said, what part of my life do I love? What part don't I love? And the part that I don't love, to be honest with you, is running Elite Entertainment. The day-to-day stress of dealing with every single machination of dealing with DJs, dealing with banquet halls, dealing with sales, dealing with that. I've done it long enough. I've been fortunate enough that I've saved up some money and I've got a nice nest egg. And if I can get rid of that part of my life and just focus on the things that I love doing, maybe I've got more books in me, more travel, DJing. The amazing thing is I'm laying out my finances for post-retirement or semi-retirement. And for the first 5 years, I'd like to continue to make about $50,000 a year.
Okay. Reasonable.
That is so easy to do in our industry.
Yeah.
I mean, I can do 40 weddings a year, and with what Dominic will pay me, and I'll make that. Like, how many other people are fortunate that they can say, hey, I want to make $50,000 a year. That means I got to work 40 days. Sometimes we have to stop and pinch ourselves, and we are in such an industry that we have that opportunity. That's my immediate future right there. And I'm thrilled about it. So,
I am too.
So if you're asking me, yes, I'm thrilled.
I'm happy too then. I'm happy.
Yeah.
So will you retain any part of ownership percentage, or what went into that equation of not being just like a silent partner? What
Brian, I think a lot of it has to do with the fact that I had a partner early on at Elite, and it was a horrible, horrible situation. And Dominic even asked me about that a number of years ago. He was like, well, what if I buy 50%? And I'm like, Dominic, as much as I love you, I don't want to be partners. I want to either own it or not own it. And so, no, he's buying 100% of Elite Entertainment.
It's incredible.
Man, this has been the greatest hour of the show.
Yeah.
I feel like out of all the episodes we've done, man, this is super, super fun. Please go get the book, djmikewalter.com. He'll sign it for you, personalize it for you. I mean, Mike, thank you so much for being on. Again, man, I mean every word that I say when I say that I've learned from you. I wouldn't be where I am. I wouldn't be the person that I am today if not for you. Dead serious, man. No, I'm not trying to be funny. I'm not trying to be cute or whatever. I'm being completely genuine and sincere when say I would not be the DJ that I am and the person that I am and the business owner that I am without you. 100%, man.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Those are
man.
very kind words, Joe. And I feel the same way about you. I learned a lot during our years of podcasting and doing workshops together. I learned so much from you as well. So ditto to you, man.
Awesome,
Honestly.
man.
Well, let's thank our podcast sponsor,
Hell
which we
yeah.
all three use.
We all three use DJ Event Planner. Thank you guys for sponsoring the show. It's djeventplanner.com. If you're looking for a way to keep your leads organized and book your shows, then they are
And be able to
move.
send contracts from the
right
beach.
off the beach, Mike Walter style with a golden tan. You can do it right there from the beach. So thank you guys for listening. New episodes every single Wednesday. Thank y'all.